Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. Konami has officially released the Forbidden and Limited list for June 16th, July 16th, 2015. And the new list is now in effect. It went in effect actually yesterday, and I'm just now finding out about this. I mean, this semi-new format thing that they have is pretty useful, because it just brings corrections to the game, and it reformats the game every 3 months. So, like me, like I'm old school Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I'm used to it. I'm more used to this happening once every 6 months. So even in recent years, like I'm just so familiar with the 6 month new format that I often forget that now it's happening, in half that time. So with that being said, we're gonna go down the list of all of the new changes, and we're gonna see how much they fucked up the game this time. So, uh, so let's get started. So first off, they have Djinn releaser of rituals. Now I don't know why they limited this. Oh no, never mind. Hold on, wait a minute. It's banned. Why did they ban that? The only reasonable explanation is because maybe they're thinking ahead. Maybe there's some new ritual monsters coming in. But then again, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in like a while, so, or more rather, I haven't been involved in Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I once was. So I don't really know exactly why this card would need to be banned, unless they're trying to think ahead, like what they did with Monster Reborn, like last year, or at least I think it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. And they're trying to take this out the game before they bring the new stuff in. That probably would have made it overpowered, or what I'm saying, like too good. So maybe that's the reason why they're banning Djinn releaser rituals. Yeah, man, it's well, shit happens. So, Lavalval Chain. That's another one that kind of confuses me a bit. Why? I mean, maybe because of Light Sworns. I don't really know. Because the only thing I can think about are like the Light Sworns and like the Dark Worlds. Maybe that's the reason why they banned Lavalval Chain. I don't really know why that card got banned. I don't even think it was worth being banned. I didn't even think it was that good, to be honest with you. I mean, it was helpful, but I don't even think it was that good to where it needed to be banned. I don't know. That one kind of confuses me too. I'm pretty sure that people can explain why that happened. Okay, so that was the only two banned cards, was Djinn releaser of rituals and Lavalval Chain. And so now we go into the limited cards, and Shurit, Strategist of Nekroz. I'm not really surprised there. I think they were trying to, get that card or something from the Nekroz on this list. I just knew it, that it was gonna happen. And Shurit, I think that's pretty much like the best card, considering that the Nekroz is a ritual archetype. With Shurit, it makes it easier to get those rituals out when they have so many, restrictions on the ritual monsters as is. And with the ritual monsters being able to be used as hand traps and as ritual monsters with, these good effects, I think it makes, it more of a challenge to use the build now. And I honestly think that was the right move to, well, I don't know if getting rid of Shurit was the right move, but then again, it makes it tougher to get those ritual monsters out that probably made the Nekroz as good as they were. So I think Shurit was the right move. Next up, oh shit, he's back. He is back. It is officially, after all the bitching and complaining that people have done, Trishula is officially back in the game. I'm going to be surprised. Wait, let me see. No, they still have not brought back Stratos. Oops. Well, at least not limited. So there's still a chance that it could be semi-limited or unlimited. Because I haven't looked at those lists yet. But Trishula is back. Well, I've always said that the reason why cards get banned is because they do too much for the format that they are in. Now, I guess with all the changes with the pendulum monsters and things like that, maybe they feel like having one Trishula isn't that bad of an idea. But then again, all you needed was one Trishula to really do all that looping. But I think the cards that created that loop and made it so reusable, the reason why Trishula got banned in the first place, I think like Spore and all of those, like those cards got banned, right? So I don't think Trishula is going to be that much of an issue as it once was. I don't know if people are still going to be able to do the loop. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to find out why, and then Trishula is going to end up. Somebody's going to find out how to do the loop, and people are just, Trishula is just going to get thrown right back on the list again. But I guess all ice barrier people rejoice. You got Trishula back, woohoo, than anybody else. So. And that was it. So the only two they put limited was Shurit and Trish. So that's good. So semi-limited. Cleeford Scout. Not surprised about that. Dragon Ravine. Okay, that's finally back. Whatever. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And unlimited. So they got Glow Up Bulb, Sinister Serpent, Dark Strike. What the fuck? Dark Strike Fighter? Well, I'm assuming that since Substitute hasn't been in the game forever, and I don't know, I guess there's no way to really do that loop anymore, so that was the only reason why Dark Strike Fighter got banned in the first place. When people used to do that little loop that just burned your opponent's life away. So I think since those cards are gone, I can't see Dark Strike Fighter being a problem anymore. Sacred Sword of 7 stars, the fucking drag queens are not in the game anymore, so it's good to have something like that in the game for all the other level 7 monsters, get them some draw power. Temple of the Kings, don't know why the fuck that was banned for so many years, in recent years, but they finally unbanned it, so I guess people can finally use Mystical Beast Circuit again. That's going to be fun to see. An Exchange of Spirit, a great card that nobody is using, surprisingly, and that came from limited. Exchange of Spirit is a very, very good card. It's a reason why that card was banned for so many goddamn years. I'm just leave it at that. But I guess since there's so many ways to get cards from the graveyard and put them back in the deck, i.e., with cards like Localized Tornado and things like that, it's you have ways to counter Exchange of Spirit, so it's not as dangerous as it was during the earlier days in Yu-Gi-Oh, when that was pretty much a game changer. Like literally, like when that card got activated at the right time, you might as well just call game, because there was nothing you could do to counter that. Sinister Serpent is good, so that's going to be good for hand costs and hand maintenance and things like that. With Glow Up Bulb, I hope nothing strange happens with that card, because Glow Up Bulb was kind of ridiculous at one point. But yeah, man, looking at the list, I would say these are some surprising changes. Trishula most definitely is going to be something that people are going to be jizzing their pants about. Temple of Kings, I'm ready to see a Mystical Beast Circuit build. I am so ready to see that, because I haven't seen Mystical Beast Circuit in action in so many years. Like, you got to understand, as an old school Yu-Gi-Oh fan, like, Mystical Beast Circuit was that deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like that ace monster, and it's good to see that you can use the card again. In Exchange of Spirit, that's another card I guess you could say I'm glad to see. But the two surprises for me were the cards that ended up getting banned. Like, maybe somebody else can explain it to me, because I'm not into like the whole meta game and things like that. I'm too busy making my own builds and just doing my own thing to pay attention to things like that. Like, I'm not into it as I once was, especially in like recent months. I just haven't been paying that much attention to the game, and I just don't see why these two cards would need it to be, you know, banned, unless they're coming out with something new in the future that's gonna make those two cards overpowered, and they're just trying to get rid of them early, which is the only thing that I could see making sense out of that. Other than that, I don't really know. Shurit, I guess that was just to make the Nekroz more difficult to get on the field, being as good as they are. And if that's the case, then that definitely was the right move. Trish is not as good as it once was, especially with everything they have in the game now. Trish could easily be, you know, fucked over by so many monsters in this game. So Trish is not a threat anymore. I wouldn't be surprised to see that card get semi-limited next time. Semi-limited Atlantean Dragoons. That's whatever. Ravine, again, whatever. And Glow Up Bulb, Sinister Serpent, Dark Strike Fighter, Sacred Sword of 7 Stars, Temple of Kings, and Exchange of the Spirit. All that is nothing, you know, it's nothing these days. So I would say that somewhat, in many ways, the right calls have been made, but as far as the cards that's been banned, I would say that's going to take some time to see if that was the right call or not, because I don't really know if that actually made sense. So maybe they can make sense out of it in the near future when the new cards get released. So that's my take on the new ban list, now in effect today. And yeah, man, so tell me what you think about all the cards coming in. Trish is finally back. They still haven't released Stratos. I don't know. I think some people are still going to be holding on to the hope that one day they're going to free them. And until the game gets to the point where, you know, Stratos isn't doing too much for a level 4 monster, then, you know, then under those circumstances they will release Stratos. But as it stands right now, nah, Stratos ain't never coming home. You know, like Obama getting all these non-violent offenders out of jail, you know, but he still can't free Stratos. So yeah, man. So thank you guys for watching. Peace. And again, tell me what you think of the ban list. Are you happy that Trish is back? Do you think it's gonna fuck up the game? Do you think Temple of the Kings is gonna become more of a meta card now that, you know, it's maxed out? You can max it out at 3. Are you gonna be using Mystical Beast Circuit, or are you gonna be using Exchange of Spirit more often? You know, what are you gonna be doing in this new format? So I would like to know. Peace. Thanks for watching.